Hello and welcome to this Liverpool news roundup here on Anfield Agenda. My name is Conor. I'm going to take you through all of the latest Liverpool news, including links with Bradley Barcola, some links to Jude Bellingham, a name we haven't heard in a while on this channel. I don't think we made enough videos about Jude Bellingham, in my opinion. If there's anything this channel needs, is another Jude Bellingham video. We just haven't made enough. We've been slacking. We need to get one in there again, so we will discuss that today. We've got some quotes from Antoine Semenyo about Virgil van Dijk. We've got the referees for Sunday's game against Manchester United. We've a little bit on the futures of Stefan Bajcetic and Ibrahima Konate. We also have a quote from James Pearce discussing McAllister and Isak's kind of start to the season and what Liverpool expect of them in the coming weeks. Along with that, we do have a message from FSG on the 15th anniversary of them owning the club, so we will fly through that statement as well. Please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and all that, and let's just jump into it. Let's start off with Bradley Barcola then. So, a name we have been linked with over the summer. When we were looking at Alexander Isak, there was reports that maybe Liverpool would be looking at maybe a wide player rather than a striker. If Isak had fallen through, maybe Barcola was in the club's thinking. He's rated at about £87 million, which is money we would have happily spent, of course, having spent £125 million on Isak. So, this is from L'Equipe, who said PSG are looking to ward off Liverpool's and Bayern Munich's interest in Bradley Barcola by tying the Frenchman down to a new deal. However, those talks, which have been going on for several months, are stalling. So it is interesting. We seen reports yesterday then as well that we are very big admirers of Antoine Semenyo, and he of course does have a top secret release clause. The details of that clause are not public knowledge and are not really known within the football circles, but there is one there. So if Liverpool are looking at a winger, we're probably looking at Bradley Barcola if he pushes for a move from PSG, or Antoine Semenyo, who, of course, we have been linked with for a couple of years now. So do let me know, would you take Bradley Barcola? I think he's a good player, very technical, very skilled, but doesn't really seem to have much end product. But then again, we do see that with some players, like Liverpool have their profiling, their stats, everything that way, and their data, and they can kind of pick these players who are just about to blow up. They can kind of identify these players who have 95% of the stuff going for them, and they believe they can get them to that 100% mark, or unlock whatever potential is there. So if the club really want him, then I'll back the decision, but wouldn't be my first choice. I'd probably take Semenyo over Barcola at this current moment in time, but whether we sign either is another thing. But yeah, please do let me know what you think on Bradley Barcola. Could we see him at Liverpool? I personally don't think he's going to leave PSG, but an interesting talking point to kick off today's video. Speaking about Antoine Semenyo then, we do have a quote. He was speaking about Virgil van Dijk's aura. We do know Virgil van Dijk has a lot of aura, so he said, "Hardest defender I've ever faced is Virgil van Dijk. I remember running behind and then all I hear is this man's footsteps dum 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 chasing me. I tried to shoot, but his aura put me off. It's tough." I think that's the best compliment anyone can ever give you, isn't it? Just saying your aura alone put the player off. It must be terrifying. You're running through one goal and you know Virgil van Dijk is right behind you on your shoulder, ready to just absolutely clean you out of it, but win the tackle perfectly. And just, yeah, what a man. Virgil van Dijk, what a stalwart of this club. Been fantastic for so many years now, and it's always nice to see these type of quotes. So I thought that was just an interesting one to bring to you this morning. Moving on then, we have an update from James Pearce on Ibrahima Konate's future. He said, "The longer the situation with Ibrahima Konate drags on, the more likely it is that this will be his final season at Liverpool. He could sign a pre-contract agreement with a club overseas as soon as January 1st, 2026. And of course, this isn't new information. We all know it's only what now, 6 or 8 weeks away from Konate being able to sign a pre-agreement with the likes of Real Madrid if they're still interested in him. We're not going to go into this too much. We've discussed this at length so many times on the channel, but let's just hope it's sorted one way or the other in the next few weeks, because I think we're all sick to death of hearing it. So either get confirmation he's leaving or get the new deal signed, one or the other. I don't want this hanging over us for the next 6 months. So yeah, some sort of agreement either way would be much appreciated at this point. Some clarity over his future would be great. So yeah, let's hope that's sorted soon. We also had a statement from FSG released today on what marks 15 years of FSG owning Liverpool. So I thought we'd go through the entire statement here. I've brought it up on screen so you can read along with it because it is quite long. So John W. Henry, Tom Werner and Mike Gordon have shared a special message as Fenway Sports Group celebrate reaching a landmark 15 years as Liverpool FC owners today. When we first became involved with Liverpool, we knew we were joining something extraordinary, and we hoped we could restore such an incredibly storied institution to standards it had previously set, but we could never have imagined exactly how the next 15 years would unfold. From the outset, our primary aims were simple: to bring success back to Anfield and to ensure the long-term health and stability of this great club. We understood the responsibility that came with being its custodians, and we've tried to honour that every single day. We also understood the scale of the challenge, but recognised the potential that could be realised if everyone pulled in the same direction. Looking back now, it's not only been quite a journey, it's also been an incredible adventure that we, as owners, have been privileged to be part of. The two Premier League titles, one under Jurgen and one under Arne, and the Champions League win are obviously the milestones. We will never forget being inside Anfield earlier this year on the day we were finally able to lift that league trophy in front of our fans. It is a memory that will stay with us for life. But there have been so many other moments that matter just as much. Sir Kenny Dalglish guiding us to our first trophy together back in 2012, becoming world champions in 2019, the Cup double in 2022, the League Cup final in 2024, back-to-back WSL title wins in 2013 and 2014 under Matt Beard. Each of them told its own story about what this club stands for: belief, togetherness, heart, and so much passion. Of course, there have been tough times too. We've lost finals and missed out by the smallest of margins. Off the field, there have been times where we've got things wrong. We know that and we have learned from it. All our decisions are made with the best long-term interests of the club at the centre of our thinking. We are proud today of how the club has grown in every sense. The men's team now train in world-class surroundings. The women's team call Melwood home again, linking our future to our history, and Anfield itself, from the main stand to new Anfield Road, has been transformed while never losing what makes it special. We also want to take a moment to recognise all the leadership at Liverpool, both on and off the field. Their guidance, commitment and dedication has been central to everything we've collectively achieved. Liverpool Football Club means so much to so many people, and that's something we've always been conscious of. This club is part of the fabric of the city and far beyond it. It connects generations and communities in a way that is truly special. Being part of that story is a privilege, and it brings a responsibility we never take for granted. Today is a day to look back with gratitude, but it's also a reminder that our work isn't done. There's still so much more ahead of us, more to achieve, more to win, and more memories to make together. And to you, our supporters, on behalf of everyone at Fenway Sports Group, thank you. Thank you for welcoming us, for believing in this team through every high and low, for telling us when we've fallen short, and for showing the world what it truly means to be part of Liverpool Football Club. You'll never walk alone, John, Tom and Mike. So there is the statement from FSG. I think it's a nice statement, in fairness. Like, they acknowledge the fact that they've made mistakes in the past. They've always said that, like, everything they do is in the best long-term interest of the club, which I would agree with that. Like, I don't like everything FSG have done. Do I think they've been a bit tight up till this season? Yes, like, they definitely do not spend enough money in general up until this summer. But I think in terms of running the club, I think you can't have too many drawbacks in terms of making sure the health, the financial health of the club is there, the stadiums being developed, the facilities, everything that way. Outside of the Super League, which was just a complete money grab in my opinion. Outside of that, I think in terms of actually just the positioning of the club and making sure it's secure, I think you can't fault them too much. Transfer spending, of course, that's another thing, like we said. But yeah, do let me know what you think on that one. I think it's a decent statement, to be fair. It's pretty much what you'd expect from a milestone like this. I think, yeah, like, acknowledge what's happening, kind of speaking about the future and just acknowledging what has gone wrong in the past and looking forward to a brighter future. So yeah, on that, yeah, please do let me know what you think on that. I think, like we said, it is just a statement from the club's owners, but yeah, we leave that one there. Now, we did promise an update on Jude Bellingham, a name we haven't heard for a while. So this is from Football Insider, who said Jude Bellingham has attracted Premier League interest at a time in his career when his Real Madrid future is uncertain. The English midfielder may be forced to leave the Spanish capital if he doesn't nail down a starting spot under Xavi Alonso. Do I see a world where we sign Jude Bellingham in the future? I don't think so at this point, particularly not in the next year or two. Will he leave Real Madrid so soon? I doubt it. Like, I think he will probably make his way back into that team. Like, he was fantastic for them when he went there first, and I can't admit to watching a huge amount of Real Madrid, but like, the player of his quality, like, he's going to get back into that team at some point. So I don't see him leaving. I don't think Liverpool would want to spend the money on the likes of Jude Bellingham at the minute after putting so much money into a Florian Wirtz. So it's a non-starter for me. Some other clubs linked with him, of course: Man United, Man City, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Like, I just don't see him in any of those. I think Man United or Chelsea maybe in the future, or maybe us at some point. Like maybe if his contract runs down and we can get him cheaply, or you know what I mean. Like never say never, but do I see us going out and spending probably over 100 million on him next summer? No. Interesting talking point again. Like I said, I don't think he's going to leave Madrid anytime soon, but it's always good to see Trent's mates getting slagged in the media, isn't it? So yeah, good news at all. More from James Pearce then. He was speaking about Stefan Bajcetic's future at Liverpool, and he said Liverpool made a decision not to sanction a loan move for Bajcetic in August, as they felt he would benefit more from staying at Kirby following a hamstring injury. The situation will be assessed ahead of the January window. I wouldn't be selling Bajcetic, but I can fully see why he might want to leave, particularly on loan at least, because like we do have a lot of options in midfield there. Like Curtis Jones is ahead of him. Then you have Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai, like Endo as well. Like he is going to struggle for game time. Maybe he gets a few minutes in the cups, but he's probably not going to break into the team this season if he's still recovering from an injury. So maybe a 6 month loan. Maybe he does want to leave permanently. I haven't seen that anywhere, to be fair, but it wouldn't shock me if he does just want to get on with his career. Like he looked so good for us when he was playing a couple of years ago, and those injuries really have just set him back. And even his 2 loan spells, then I don't think they went fantastic. So it's hard to know on this one. Please do let me know what you think on it. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if you wanted to leave, especially on loan, to get some minutes. But yeah, I can't see him breaking into the first team this season. So I'm interested to see how this one pans out. We did get confirmation as well on the officials for Sunday's game against Man United. So Michael Oliver will be the referee, and Darren England is on VAR. I could make some comments about these two, to be fair, but I think at this point we could make a comment about any referee or official involved in any game in the Premier League at this point. The standard of officiating is just so poor, so I'm not even going to waste my breath giving out about it, but they are the officials who have been announced for the game on Sunday. To finish up then, we have a quote from James Pearce, who was speaking about Alexis McAllister and Alexander Isak's start of the season. He said, internally, McAllister's situation is viewed as similar to Isak's, a player who had a heavily disrupted pre-season, which then had a significant impact on match fitness and rhythm. There's a belief that both McAllister and Isak will kick on after this international break. And that would make sense, to be fair. Like, Isak obviously didn't get a proper pre-season. He'd done a lot of solo training. He was over in Real Sociedad's facilities doing a bit of training during the summer, and then like came into Liverpool right as the season was already after starting. So it's no surprise he hasn't exactly hit the ground running in terms of his match fitness. Like he has looked good when he's played, but he's not going to be at his peak. The same with McAllister. Like he ended last season with an injury. He's still coming back from that injury now. Maybe the injury was slightly worse than we were led to believe when he initially got injured. So I think, like James Pearce says, that would make sense. That the two lads are still building back up their fitness and they will kick on from here on out. Like McAllister hasn't been as good as we know he is. Like he is one of the best midfielders in the world, and he hasn't shown that this season, which is again understandable. But it would be nice to see him kick on. I'm sure if we can get the two of those fit and firing, that will definitely help us turn around our fortunes and get back to winning games as well. So let's see how that one pans out. I do agree with James, though. I think that does make complete sense. That's all from me this morning anyway. Please, like I said, do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, please do check out the link in the description below for Craig's show in the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool on Sunday, right after the Man United game. All of our ticket sales from that event are going towards funding a member of our community's wheelchair basketball chair, so a great cause. Like we said, it'll be a fun night on the night as well, so please do check out tickets if you haven't already. That's all from me anyway. I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching.